Christine here in New York City, and today's adventure brings us to the New World stages, where we've been invited by TheaterWorksUSA to check out Dog Man the Musical. This hilarious and heartwarming production follows Dog Man, who has the head of a dog, the body of a policeman, loves to fight crime, and tries to save the city from Petey, the world's most evil cat, Flippy the cyborg fish, and his army of beastie buildings. We're headed inside to check out the show, and then afterwards we're hanging out to chat with some of the cast from the production. So stick around, you don't want to miss this episode. Come on.
Holy Dog Man, every dog finds his day. This cot's on top, so shout him hooray for the Dog Man. Just look at him go, he's part dog, part man, a hero.
Okay, so we just finished watching Dog Man the Musical, and now we are on stage talking with one of the cast members, and she played Li'l Petey, the nurse lady, and Officer Millie. Yeah. Right. Her name is LR, and she's so lovely. So we have some questions for you.
I'm happy to answer anything.
So for fans of the Dog Man books, what can they expect when they come to see the Dog Man show?
The book. We are incredibly true to the original story. I think there are moments where the kids seem to know the source material incredibly well, and a lot of times they know the songs as well because of the recording, so that's been great. But we were pretty true to the original, I would say. What do you guys think? I mean, you're fans. What did you expect? What did you...
I knew from George and Harold starting off, I was like, well, that happens in every Dog Man book, so they had to add it. And then with like the buildings coming to life, I remember that in one of the Dog Man books. I remember other things like when Flippy ate the brain dots and other things from the book, and that like was really cool.
Yeah. And we do a good job, I think, as well of giving you the backstory, because we're like a little bit of Dog Man, but then most of the book is A Tale of Two Kitties. So if you've read Dog Man, A Tale of Two Kitties, you pretty much know our show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So who's the most difficult character to bring to life from the book to the stage that you played?
I'm torn. I want to say Li'l Petey, but honestly, I felt very connected to Little Petey from the jump. It's very easy to identify with kindness and happiness and openness as things that you want to bring. And I find as a performer, I always want to be vulnerable and open, and it's very easy to do that with a character who wears his heart on his sleeve and is nothing but open, innocent, and true to himself. I would say Millie has been fun to kind of figure out, kind of making her a fun detective lady, figuring out where she wants to land. So that's been fun. I would say Officer Millie, just getting that authenticity, you know, cop and get that vibe.
Yeah.
What's the most fun about like doing a show like Dog Man? Is it the songs, the characters, or the sets, or the cast?
Everything, and everything.
No,
truly.
I get that.
The cast is incredible. I've never worked with a more beautiful group of humans who I love with every fiber of my being, like we were talking about earlier. The love that we have for each other on stage is 100% real. There's not a bad one in the bunch. Everybody is fabulous. Our swings are incredible. Our sets are great. It's kind of like coming home for us too, because we know all this, and this is what we did the last time we brought it to life. So it's really kind of like a homecoming more than anything. It's been wonderful. It's a great show to do.
So can you teach us a couple dance moves from the show?
Yes. You want to see some of the robo dance moves?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So, when the second part, you're gonna know some of this because there's a little bit of tap in here too. We're gonna do a little shuffle off to Buffalo. Step, shuffle, step, step, shuffle, step, step, shuffle, step. Then we do a little moonwalk. Whoa, whoa. Can you get the arms? Oh, he's got the arms, great. And then I try to do in and out. Yep, you gotta keep the arms going though too. Yes, there you go. Nice, perfect. And then of course there's the classic Saturday Night Fever disco. Yeah? Woo, perfect. You guys are ready. I think you could be understudies now too.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Of
it was
course,
so nice
my pleasure.
Okay, so we are now with Brian, and he played Dog Man. So we have some questions for you.
Great.
So for fans of the Dog Man books, what can they expect when they come to see this show?
They can expect something that hopefully feels like what happens when you open that book. And what I love about the Dog Man books and Dav Pilkey's books are like, I feel like when I open them up, it's like, oh, my imagination just gets to go wild.
Was it difficult to play Dog Man?
When I do shows, I really like to be able to talk to people. I love dialogue. I love communicating like that.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, I don't get to
You're
use
just
words.
howling
Yeah,
and barking.
exactly. So how do I like create a performance that still has like all of the interiority, everything like happening inside, that usually I can be like, hey, here's a line with some subtext and like some feeling behind it. I can't do that. I just get to go.
So how did you like get the role of Dogman?
So I had to do an initial audition, and the initial audition was just via tape. So I had to put in a tape, and the audition said, whatever you do, just act like a dog. Show us your best dog. I was like, okay, I know what I'm gonna do. So I went and I secretly set the camera up in the corner of the room, and my wife was on the couch, she was working, and I'm like, okay, this is gonna be good. I'm gonna be a dog. So I press record on the camera, she doesn't know what's happening, and I just like, she's run over and I jump on her and I like start licking her face and barking, and she got so mad at me. I was like, this is gonna be killer, this is gonna be awesome. She was way too mad. I couldn't even use that tape because she was too mad on it. So I was like, okay, how about we do this again, and this time I have your permission to jump on you and lick your face. And she's like, okay. So then I did that time. She was very happy to do it when she knew what was going on, and voila. Now I'm here and I get to do it every night for people.
That is so funny.
So LR taught us some dance moves. So could you teach us like maybe some of like things that Dogman does, like some barks?
Sure, absolutely. I can teach you a bark, and then how about teach you a little bit of how to move like a dog? I feel like everybody knows how to woof like a dog. Can I hear a dog? Woof! Hey, that's great. Hey, that's really, oh, you know what I liked about that? Like you didn't necessarily just go rough, you know, there was a little bit of like a, like the actual, like, because dogs don't actually say rough and woof, you know. So you've got, it sounds like you've got the doggy noises down. How about a little tail wag? So I want you to imagine that instead of having a tail coming out from the backside, you feel like your spine moving up your back, okay? You feel like every bone up there in your spine. Pretend that instead of a tail coming out that way, that your spine is a tail. Now give me like a full, like, oh yeah, use that spine as a tail and wag it. Yeah, can you do a little dog noise? Yeah.
And can I tell you how I move like an animal or a dog?
Yeah, show me.
It's one of the craziest, weirdest things. I move like an animal.
That, I don't have the flexibility to do that. I gotta go like all the way down on my knees. The fact that you can do it from like, just like toe, that's brilliant.
Yeah. I'm crazy.
Just a little bit.
Did Dav Pilkey give you the permission to do that?
Yes. Actually, something really interesting is that when they were working on this show, one of the things with my character is they said only the people who speak in the books can sing or speak in the show. So Dogman, because he only makes dog noises in the books, can't sing or can't can't speak once he becomes Dogman. So that was like something specifically Dave wanted to make sure stayed like very pure, very much the same from the books, which I love. I did because like we talked about, like it creates a challenge.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Brian. It was so nice talking to you, and I really enjoyed the show. It was amazing.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for howling. Thank you for doing some great dog stuff. And yeah, thank you for being a great audience. Today was so fun, so thank you.
Well, guys, that's going to do it for today's adventure here at Dogman the Musical. Don't miss this epic musical adventure featuring the hilarity and heart of the beloved characters from Dav Pilkey, the creator of Captain Underpants. Now playing at the New World stages in New York City until April 30th, 2023. Head to TheaterWorksUSA.org/DMNY to check out showtimes and fetch tickets to the show. Thanks again to TheaterWorksUSA for inviting our family out to the show, and a very special thanks to the Dogman cast for chatting with us. Don't forget to pick up the newest book, the 11th in the Dogman series from Scholastic, Dogman 20,000 Fleas Under the Sea, when it comes out on March 28th. On the scene from Dogman the Musical in New York City, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.